Kai and I are outside. How's the hair? It's floppy. Kai and I are outside. We are gonna finally get moving a little farther on the new chicken coop. What we gotta do first is figure out what wood is getting directly attached to the kiso foundation. I could think of the Japanese quicker than the English. So Kai is gonna ride a cinder block apparently. Gotta figure out what's going on the base of the wood frame. Figure out the side posts. Maybe get started. I'm not feeling very good actually, so I don't know how far we're gonna get. I wanted to be started actually about 3-4 hours ago, but I am not feeling well. We'll see how things go. We got all this to go through and figure out what's good, what'll work. Yeah, don't look inside, it's a horrible mess. Okay, so Kai and I have chosen the boards. We're gonna put the bottom of the frame. All of them, yep. We just laid them out so we know what's gonna go where. The next thing is to start drilling and cutting and screwing them together and fastening them down. I'm doing a double layer because none of the boards is long enough to stretch the entire side. I planned for that initially. That's why the bolts are as long as they are. You can see it sticking up where?
Look,
there.
I almost passed Eddie. Yeah, I almost passed Eddie.
Taller than. Oh, there you see the dirty. Don't look in the shed. So the bolts are a little bit taller than double length of the board, double width of the board. That cricket would be smart to get out of here. That'll let us screw it all down and secure it and stick my finger up Kai's nose apparently. But we're gonna go for that after lunch. Yay! Lunchtime! We've been out here for like a whole 20 minutes since lunch break already. If I'm being completely 100% honest here, I had no idea whether this was going to work or not. I have no experience with putting any kind of frame on a foundation other than seeing our house frame bolted to our house's foundation when it was being built. I just kind of making things up as I went. I sunk the bolts, tried to match up the holes I was drilling as best as I could, and just kind of went with it. Things seemed to work out, except this one piece I put on, it wasn't quite straight. I didn't notice that at first, so I had to get it a saw and cut it off after I'd already put it on. I could have pulled it back off, I guess, but that would be too much of a pain. And it really wasn't too big a job to cut it off. I just tried not to dull the teeth of the saw too much on the concrete. You're good. Wow, that's irritating sound. That squeak, 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 squeak is a really irritating sound. That's not bad. Duncan's first hole drilled was an excellent fit, although I'm not really sure I can say it's his first hole drilled ever, first one for this project. That was quick and easy. It made me very nervous to let Duncan use the saw, but he's already 13 and he's got to start sometime. Oh, nice! We got it really nice this time. Okay, it'll get tightened down. Nice! Oh, a meter? That's a long way, Duncan. A millimeter? That's fine. Believe me, we're not doing rocket science here. We're doing amateur chicken coop building. For the most part for this project, both of the boys were a huge help. I really enjoyed working with them. Please don't be a mad scientist. Okay, thank you. Just cut the wood, don't do mad science. But sometimes, just like their dad, they can't help but be a big goof and play around with the camera like Duncan walking back and forth here. Do her. That's loud. Okay, good, nicely done. Now, just like so many things I've made in the past, I'm really working without a plan here. It slows me down because I'm not only figuring out what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but I'm figuring out what the materials I have will let me do. So there's a lot of thinking time and staring time and really working things out. And the boys took the opportunity to smooth out the ground inside the foundations while I was busy thinking. Smoothing out the... Okay, beating the crap. Kai, there's a tree stump in there. You're never going to get it out. Just work around it. Right about there is a tree stump. So just forget about that. You're doing great.
Okay.
All right. I think it's close enough, although Duncan seems to want to add dirt. The slow, careful consideration and thinking time really was necessary because I had to figure out where I was going to put the posts so I would know how big to cut the second layer of boards to go on the bottom of the frame to get everything just fit right and snug to hold it together as good as possible. Originally, I'd been planning to just put down the frame on top and attach the posts just on top of that later, but then I realized it would probably be stronger if it was embedded in the second layer of the frame. So it took a little extra thinking time, but I think overall the whole thing will be stronger for it. So once I got it figured out and measured out and marked out, it was pretty easy to start cutting and fitting the boards to the second layer of the bottom frame. I don't even know what to really call that. The frame's base, maybe? The thing that goes right on top of the foundations that's made of wood and gets bolted down? Sure, that's descriptive enough. Okay, so we got our first of our second layer on. It's okay. It's not bad. Now,
Oops, sorry.
just because we can, even though we haven't done any of the rest, I want to see if I can get this first bit bolted down. Oh, nice. It doesn't stick out too far. That's about just what I wanted. If it stuck out a long way, it would, well, I don't know if it'd be a big deal or not, but I didn't want it to stick out a huge long way. Oh, it looks like I might not have actually gotten them the same height all the time. That one sticks out more. Okay. I must not have planted this one as deep. I thought I did. Huh. All the same length? Well, now I gotta see if this is level. 1 second.
Camera taking a camera.
What? Don't look in the shed. Don't look in the shed. It's horribly dirty. Turn around, Kai. Turn around, Kai. Okay.
Wow, why bad?
It's
Why
horribly dirty in the shed. No, that's pretty good. That is darn level. So I must not have sunk that one as much by accident. Huh. Well, that's
funky.
The rest look to be about the same. Okay, now I'm curious which one I wonder if it's just this one is up too high. As long as none of them are too low, we'll be okay. Okay, I'm not gonna secure it all the way down yet, but oh, I'm gonna fall over. Woo-wee. Things were progressing pretty smoothly, and Duncan disappeared inside the house for some reason. I can't actually remember at this point what he was doing, but he was gone for quite a while, but that was fine. Kai was a big help. Kai and I were doing great by ourselves. We put on, I'm not sure how many pieces, and then Duncan did come back out, and we just kept on moving along smoothly until we had pretty much finished up everything we needed to do for the second layer of the, still don't know what to call it, the bits of the wood that get bolted directly to the foundations, the base of the wooden frame, for lack of actual knowledge of what to call it. Last bolts or last washers and nuts going on. That is standing very precariously. That could fall and whack you guys right in the head. That is dangerous. Oh, no. If it comes down and hits Duncan, it'll then rotate on him and smack you too. Possibly. Did we bugger the threads? Can you get it on, Duncan? You got it? You got it easily? Okay, cool. Now, right in this next section of time-lapse video is where I made my biggest mistake during this project. You don't actually get to see it on camera, but we had all of these uprights standing up, unsecured, weren't really paying attention, and one fell down and got Duncan right in the ankle and made a really good long scrape down his ankle. Thankfully, he wasn't hurt too badly, but it did send him inside for a bit to clean it up and bandage it up. And thankfully, it didn't hurt him too bad that he wasn't able to participate in his club activity at school, which he really enjoys. But I still felt really bad that my leaving that post up standing and not paying attention to it had caused my son to get hurt. I still feel a little bit guilty about this. Once that was out of the way, so to speak, we got to the job of figuring out exactly what angle to cut the top of these posts, because we've got the taller posts on the north side and the shorter ones on the south, because the roof is going to be slanted north to south, facing towards the south, because mostly the wind comes in from the south, and that should be, I just figured, better. So the wind and the rain comes in from the south. It should collect the rain and hopefully should also be pushed down by the wind instead of being torn up and ripped up by the wind if the wind was coming in and pushing on the bottom of the roof. I'm hoping. This is all theoretical.
About here?
Yeah. Well, where the hole is.
The angle.
You'll find it. Too sharp.
Oh?
Pull back. Actually, it might be okay. I thought you were going in too deep an angle. Here you go. It might be okay, actually.
These.
Get it in there first before you turn on.
Yeah,
Did you wreck the bit? Split. Okay, I'm gonna put another one in. It's so nice to see the project actually starting to have some height to it. You can actually aim it that way. So a little off like that. We good. Do that one that way. Okay. Oh. And while we make, they're burning the field. That's the crackling you hear in the background. Zoom, digital zoom. On zoom, digital zoom. I think you're good. I'll hold it here. Don't attach my hand to the new coop, please. I don't want to be stuck out here forever. There you got it. Nice.
Too much?
Don't worry, that'll get covered over.
Oh, okay.
But really try not to go that deep.
I won't. I will try.
I'm gonna throw some glue in there or something to fill it up. Nice. That one has to go a little bit more. Just let's flush. There you go. That's good. Perfect. Nicely done.
Yay.
This time it was Kaya's turn to play around in front of the camera with a handful of screws for some reason. I really don't know why. Interesting. While Duncan and I secured posts to the frame in the background, and then Duncan, I guess, disappeared again somewhere, and Kaya helped me secure another tall post and then start to connect it across with a nice long, is beam the right word? Don't think it's really a beam, but sure, why not? A long piece of wood. Well, we got 2 of the upright bits done, but if we come around to this side, we notice that these 2 are way off. One's leaning too far this way, the other leaning too far that way. The one too far this way I don't mind so much. I'll fix the other one later though, because really that top piece should be long enough, but it's short there and short there, meaning we're off. I think that one might be leaning back a bit too. But that's how far we got today. Would you believe that's about 5 hours? I wanted to finish the whole framing of it and all the cross bits on the top, but it started raining, and so we started packing everything away. And as I thought, it was only a little sprinkle. We could have kept going, but I'm kind of glad we stopped because I'm dead tired now. I've had my shower and all, and I'm glad we didn't just keep going, because I would have wrecked myself for tomorrow. Try and keep it in there. Nice. Day after. Don't know why he did that. And we are gonna put up the last 3 posts and 1 cross piece just in a little bit of time I have before work. Yeah. Whoop. Okay.
Hey, MacLeod!
You're doing pretty darn good.
Then Duncan?
I didn't say you're doing better than Duncan, I said you're doing good. I'm not comparing you and Duncan at all. Just saying you're doing good.
It sounds better. Duncan.
I'm not saying anything. Just go. Okay, keep it in there. Ooh, that already seems pretty solid. Okay.
Yes, if Milo
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. I'm gonna do the side. We already had everything cut to size from the previous day, so it was just a matter of drilling holes and screwing things together. There's a drill bit somewhere in this hole. It snapped off. These 2mm drill bits, they'll do that. But we just shoved it in the screw and powered right past her. It's in there somewhere, eh, Kai? That's it. I'm taking a video. That's all I got is a
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. Drill hole, put in screw, repeat. 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 Drill hole, put in screw, repeat.
What?
Give her! Nice! I think it's good. No, it's good, that's good, that's good. Stop, stop, stop.
Okay.
Kai and I managed to get the last 3 upright posts in place and the last outside 2 connected with the top beam a lot quicker than I thought we would, actually. So we now have our very first inhabitant of the new chicken coop. Chicken coop v2.0.
Huh?
You living there?
No.
Chicken coop version 2. Okay, so we've got 4 uprights on this side, 3 on that side, 3 crossbars. Yeah. And I don't know if we don't need one here. We need one here because the door will go there, so we need to put a door frame in there. This is where the building will go. This should be okay. We're gonna have to put a cross piece in here, of course, for the fencing, because the fencing is not high enough to reach all the way up. It means I'll have to put a cross piece here too, there too. There's still lots to do, eh, Kai?
Yeah.
And I think next thing, we got to run the beams from here over that way. That's the top. We got to put the beams that go over from here to here. That'll be to support the roof.
When we finish making these wood thing,
Yeah?
we're gonna put
The frame. What?
What should I say?
Oh, the screen, the netting, the wire, the fencing. It will go. Well, we got to figure out how high the house is going to be. So that'll change things. But frame first, then we go from there. No, the door will not open inward. No, the door will open outward. It'll open that way. You just. Well, yeah. It only goes one way. That way. Yes. Such good manners to close the door. Okay. Well, there'll be door eggs for doors there. You don't throw the eggs, man. And there'll be a door at the bottom. Probably put the food and water right here with an access door there.
Duck?
The duck swimming pond will be here. It's all gonna come to light. It's all gonna take shape. It's all gonna take shape.
Get chicken.
And Kai is being interesting. So, one more time to finish the top framing. Oh, and some diagonal supports. Yeah, okay, there's actually still a lot more to do on this frame still.
And I just fit.
And you just fit. Cool. I don't. Actually, let's see. I only fit if I spread my feet quite a ways. Yeah, so that's a just for now kind of thing. Once the building's gonna be here, I won't be able to do this anymore.